What's going on, Leo? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a wonderful week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just the greatest, Leo, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. So, Leo, did I say Leo? Leo, this is your general weekly spread. That was weird if I did. But this is general weekly spread. So whenever you come across this video, there might be messages for you here, okay? And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the word salad with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems. Feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Leo. So, Leo, with this spread, we're just going to be pulling a few oracle cards and then we'll get some tarot cards to clarify. But before we jump into things, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings. So apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? And then these decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested, Leo. But, ooh, look at you, Leo. I love it. You got the 6 card of Taurus here, starting your week off feeling all lovely, with the Anamkara card. And this is a card of unconditional love, romance, soulmates, uncommon bond, devoted, always, tenderness, timeless, constant affection, best friends, appreciation, unchanging, and infinite love. Now, Leo, I feel like just first and foremost, before we start talking about just love outside of ourselves, when we think about just love and unconditional love, and when we're looking for like soulmates and things like that, I feel like that the strongest bond where you can start with is here, Leo. I feel like really, especially for you, just because I feel like that sometimes maybe with Leo energy, because listen, I have a bunch of it, and there's maybe some times where it's like it's one thing, it's like I feel like Leos, that you're amazing, but it's like looking for that validation. I feel like that where it's nice to hear others kind of praise us, to give us like, oh, good job, Leo, you brought it, or something along those lines. I feel like that it's important for us to just be impressed with ourselves first, and I hope that makes sense. Like, when you do something amazing or, whatever this is, it's like, well, yes, we want other people's opinion, but it's like, first and foremost, how do you feel about it? Do you love whatever it is that you've created, or just what you've been working on for yourself? Do we love that unconditionally? And I find that when we start doing that, Leo, and just forming that bond with yourself, then all the connections outside of you have that same resonance, because that's where you're vibrating all the time. It's from that place of infinite love and just that constant, there's just a constant compassion for yourself and energy for yourself. So I hope that makes sense. But if we are looking for love, if this is something we get to thinking about, especially if we kind of had like our eyes on someone, just like, I feel like it's one of those things, like definitely, if this feels like a soulmate type of thing, if we're not in a relationship, I would say, pursue this thing, see where this goes. And considering where, depending on when you're catching this, when this comes out, we have Venus and Gemini for a little while longer. This is a great time to really just kind of, get to know someone on just like, to not rush anything, especially with it being in Taurus season right now, really to just enjoy this energy and just to really kind of be in the moment. If we're kind of like courting someone right now, don't rush it. Enjoy this, that build up, the pace. Now, if we're with someone, this is just a good time to just show some appreciation for them. Maybe just however you all just display affection or anything along those lines. Just any sort of thing to just let them know. And this doesn't even just thinking too, this can go outside of just like romance. Even if we're thinking about friends, family, just anyone in like the soul tribe that you feel appreciative for helping you get along, because maybe they've helped you along on your journey, just maybe sending like a text or an email or give them a call or whatever, just to spread the love around, Leo. But let's get some tarot on this and get some more details with this energy. Because that's a lovely start, Leo. Oh, I love it. So we got, all right, so we got Queen of Cups. She's staying in the mix here. Oh, and the Page of Cups. How? So, wow. So, Leo, if we are, you know what? And it's not to say that you don't already love yourself, Leo, but I really feel like that if we've been having any sort of like self-doubts or anything along those lines, this is just this would be great energy for you to just kind of sit down and reflect, in what areas can we gain that emotional understanding, so where we can take that wisdom, because Queen of Cups, she's in Anamkara all day. She's in, you want to talk about boundless love and deep affections and whatnot. I feel like that this really is a great, just make moments for yourself, Leo, if we haven't been doing this thing, to just fill up all your cups, to do a lot of loving things, not even just like telling yourself how much you love yourself, but, which is a definite bonus, but doing like loving things for yourself, like little creative hobbies, ways that you can express your creativity, your imagination. I feel like, that's important for everyone. But when, just thinking about you, Leo, you're a really intuitive sign. When you think about just like the lion and just like, think on a smaller scale, even just like you're like a cat. Cats are really intuitive, with how they, you get what I'm saying, Leo. But I feel like don't sleep on your creativity from forming this bond, and just seeing what happens when you start doing like more loving things, and just appreciate your gifts that you have, Leo. And again, this is not me saying that you don't already do that, Leo, but it's just like if we haven't been making that more of a point, to just do loving things for yourself, and just surround yourself with things and loving things. And let's see what we got here. All right, so we got 8 of Wands in reverse. Oh, interesting. So we got 8 of Wands in reverse, 6 of Wands in reverse, and Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Small little reversal storm here, but that's fine. Because here's the thing, Leo. Just really, I feel like the emphasis here, just this week, and really just always, Leo, if we haven't been feeling at our best, or we haven't been feeling at our most confident or anything along those lines, I feel like that, take a moment, slow down a little bit, be with that, reflect with this Queen of Cups, and then figure out what ways can we start doing some healing, and what ways can we start feeling better again, is that doing some kind of artistic things, or is it maybe getting out in nature more? Queen of Cups is very much, look at her, she is, talk about girl just rooted in nature here, in touch with her senses. I'm with that. But just doing anything along those lines, Leo. And I feel like that when we start doing that, you start feeling more energetic, things just become more, life just takes on just a different flavor, and it becomes more just exciting, and just like you start seeing things through a different lens. So just something to think about, Leo, just if we haven't been feeling at our best. And no, just thinking with the 6 of Wands too, if we haven't been feeling like this, it's been kind of a challenge here as far as maybe self-esteem, or maybe even finding love. It's a journey, but especially if we're looking for love right now, really the best way to look for love is to look within first. Do some loving things for yourself. Because like, for example, if you do maybe some hobbies for yourself, who knows where you might be out gardening one day, then your soulmate Queen of Cups might walk by you and be like, hey, Leo, love your garden. What flowers are you working with? And then look. Don't say it can't happen, Leo. Something to think about. All right, Leo. I like that. Great start. Let's get another oracle on this. Okay. Interesting, Leo. All right. So you got one of your cards. You got the 6th card of Leo here, which is the curtain call card. And this is a card of acclaim, fame, recognition, parade, celebrity, admiration, applause, show, appreciation, spotlight, focused attention, theater, act, performance. You are watching a movie. And you know what, Leo? This your energy really, because when you think about how creative, because you, Leo, you're not just creative, it's like you're creative, you're fun, you just have this natural vivacity, you know, this just like this energy that just fills up a room. I mean, you're ruled by the sun. And if you've been wanting to, because you know, Six of Wands, like I was saying, can be a card of fame. If we've been thinking about putting ourselves out there more, you know, doing some things that we love, maybe this is like you've had this secret, maybe you've had this little dream here, you know, that you've been wanting to get out and just like perform, whether that be maybe we are going on doing like acting, you know, for example, or maybe we're going for music, or maybe you're thinking about social media, or maybe even something like just even like maybe doing like becoming like an orator, or however this is looking, Leo, you know, self-motivation. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there, especially if this is something that is going to get you, help you feel fulfilled, you know, really kind of talk about doing things like, this is what I feel like this Anamkara is about, you know, just like doing things that just fill your life with love and just like passion, so that you can just, so that those things keep coming your way, Leo. And I really feel like as you start to tap into this stuff and really get in the spotlight, who knows what kind of resources you may come across, what new abilities might come unlock while you're doing this thing. And here's the thing, Leo, if we're afraid, let's say, for example, if this is something that we're doing, you know, maybe getting out there more, if we're nervous, that's perfect, because if anything, that means that it means something to you, that it matters, and that you want to be at your best. So don't let fear deter you. Let fear be fuel, because that's going to lead you to wonderful opportunities, and I really feel like it's going to get you to a place of peace. And now that's a great way to work with Page of Cups, because that gives me very Pisces vibes when I think of the Page of Cups. And Pisces can very, very creative, really imaginative, very dreamy type of energy here. Neptune's in Pisces still for the next couple of years. Work with this energy. Saturn's in Pisces. Work with this energy, Leo. Let's get some get some tarot on this. And you know, just thinking with that focused attention, just if we haven't been feeling confident, feel like things haven't been going our way, maybe with this energy, I will say with that focused attention, you know, what are we focusing on? You know, have we been, you know, where's your head at? You know, if we've been kind of stuck in doom and gloom, what's been going on? How can we apply some love to that to get us out of this funk, if that's something that's resonating with you, Leo? Because look at this freaking, wow, Leo. Here's Saturn, because you got the world here, and it's in reverse. So, and I like that, because this to me gives you like a blank canvas. You know, it's like, what do you want to do? Whether if this is coming into a claim to fame, or just in general, Leo, where is your attention focused? Are we doing things that excite us, that bring us passion? You know, that we get out of bed and we want to, you know, we're ready to get this stuff started. And if not, like really, let's start incorporating more of that, because I feel like that if you really start feeding in like more excitement, more love, more passion, it won't even necessarily say like, you may not, if you're not looking for fame, you know, but it will at least make it feel like you're living your life like a movie, you know, because we're living our dreams, you know. It's one thing. It's one thing when we just kind of dream about this stuff and, you know, it stays in our head and we never quite, you know, maybe we'll get to it when we get to it. But it can feel like a movie when you start to get into this stuff and start really being in the energies that you love. Things really start increasing here, Leo. Just with this Ace of Wands, you never know what opportunities may come your way, what this thing will bring you. So really be thinking, just like in general, if there's something that has resonated with you, if we haven't been feeling a spark or just been kind of feeling stuck in a cycle, how can we move on to that next step? What's a way to to just really show what we have and really kind of go to that next movie scene, Leo. Let's see what else we got. Interesting. So you got another one in your card, Seven of Wands. I love it. You got the Seven of Wands in reverse, you got the Seven of Swords upright, and you got the Chariot. So, Leo, if we have anything that we've been wanting to put on display, whether this, maybe you've been working on some art, and maybe even if this is not like putting it on like an art gallery, let's say, for example, even just like showing it to some friends, because who knows, maybe your friend has been thinking about starting an art studio and they just want some art to put in there, and then next thing you know, you may have an opportunity there. But I feel like that really, Leo, if you've been, don't sleep on your abilities and what you're able to create and what that may mean for someone else. Just think about that. If you have any sort of like skill, and here's the thing, I feel like with Leo energy, because like when you're really good at something, you're such a natural that I don't really feel like that you realize just what tools that you're working with sometimes, and that like, and then listen, it's not to say that you get what I'm saying. It's just like sometimes I feel like that if people were to say like, oh my gosh, Leo, you're a great artist, for example, or you're a great musician, and you might just be like, yeah, I dabble. No, Leo, if you've noticed that you get a lot of compliments or maybe something along those lines with that, explore that, because who knows what might be hidden from you in this, and who knows what type of adventure may come off when you get to this thing. But I just feel that it's going to take your life in a direction if you just just start doing more of this stuff here, and just really see, Leo, what, like, it's hard to explain, but yours being the sun, you just have to just do you, and I just really feel like, don't be afraid to let your light shine, or to be afraid to showcase your skills or to anything along those lines, Leo, because there's something here that's trying to form. So just something to think about, Leo. If you've been, Leo, we're just gonna keep it going. We're gonna cheer, because I'll say my other camera just decided to go out, but Mercury retrograde. We're working with the energies, but I'm gonna also take that as a sign to keep it moving. All right, let's get one more oracle card on the mix here, Leo. Oh, wow, dig it. So your last card here, Leo, you got the 9th card of Libras here, which is the chocolate card. I like this. And this is a card of satisfaction, perfection, love, romance, treating yourself, sweet, rich, smooth, splurge, aphrodisiac, the good stuff, fine dining, do things right, celebration, and elevated mood. And so, Leo, if we are thinking about love, just going back to that, or kind of romance or anything, I feel like really now that this kind of combination, talking with this curtain call here, if we're thinking about something, let's get this moving. Let's start. Maybe let's think about a gift. Maybe find out what this person likes. Whatever. But yeah, if you had your eyes on something, don't be afraid to give it a try. See where this goes. Because you never know what Queen of Cups might say, what Queen of Pentacles might say. But we gotta find out. But again, I do feel like, kind of back to just kind of like doing some stuff, just some nice stuff for yourself, just as far as like, making it a point to do your hobbies that you like, express your creativity, of course, practice self-care, moving the body, making sure we're hydrating, things along those lines, but just doing nice little things for ourselves, taking care, because And just when I look at that, like the splurge and things along those lines, I feel like when you're investing in yourself, Leo, and you're doing these nice things, don't look at it as a splurge. Look at it as an investment, especially if this is something that's going to raise our vibration, okay? But let's get some tarot on this. Actually, you know what? First, let's get some tea on this, Leo. Okay. Oh. Okay, more. All right, Leo. Last little bit here. We have the Judgment card. Interesting. 8 of Swords. Wow. Okay. 10 of Cups and then 2 of Wands. And what a fascinating little finisher here. So, well, I was going to say let's switch back over, but we're not doing that. So let's, hold up, Leo. Okay. Bam. So, Leo, with this last little, let me move that up a little bit more. Oh, and now we got camera in the mix there. There we go. Working with the energies. But with this, because this is a strong little finisher here, just with that Judgment card, and really with the World card, you know, just if we have something, Leo, that's keeping us from doing what we love, for getting to that next step, let's figure out in what areas that might be holding us back, that's keeping us from maybe rising up to this occasion to pursue this. You know, if this is like a confidence thing, maybe we've had someone tell us that we can't do this, you know. But Leo, regardless of whomever said this, whether it's you or someone else, know that, you know, because the 7 of Swords can be a card of lies and trickery. And I feel like that's saying that if we tell ourselves we can't do something, that is false. You can do this, Leo. So like sometimes we got to figure out how. And if we can't physically do it, then bet we can find someone in the soul tribe who can. You know, we can work with these energies. But yeah, I just really feel like that if there's something that's getting in the way of you getting to this 10 of Cups, realizing this world, this 6 of Pentacles, or, you know, 6 of Wands, getting to this like good place here, you know, getting eyes on that, figuring out how we're going to move past that and what we're going to do going forward. But make sure that we're taking care of ourselves in this, you know, whatever this is, especially if we've been getting in our heads, you know, kind of tied up in this thing. Maybe we've been kind of critical with ourselves, just with that 7 of Swords or 7 of Wands being in reverse. So just keep eyes on that. We don't want to get something that's going to, or stay in like situation that's going to keep us stagnated, okay? But I think I'm gonna leave that there, Leo. And yeah, you know, Mercury retrograde, you know, just like I figured some kind of weirdness was gonna happen. Something weird happened yesterday. I'll give you an example. I was like well into one of the planetary spreads, and then the app or the thing that I was using was just like, I think we're done, and just completely shut off. And then I couldn't even get access to video again. But I was just like, well, it wasn't the message. But enough of that. But Leo, you know, if give this a thumbs up, you know, let's help get the video circulating. And you know, if any of this resonated with you, if you know someone who this resonates with, Leo, share this. You know, let's start doing some things that we love. And you know, if you're in love, yeah, that's interesting. You know, if you're in love, I feel like, you know, really don't let any sort of internal fears or anything along those lines. If you just got someone that you may have been thinking about talking to, you never know if you try. If we never talk to the person, then we'll never know, you know? So just give it a try. And if worst case, if it doesn't go down how you want it to, I mean, that's life, Leo. And you know, where one rejection, that doesn't mean that you lost your soulmate. That just means that wasn't the right energy. If anything, you know, this is getting you closer to that one. So just something to think about. And then subscribe if you haven't already, then hit that bell button. You get notified when I release videos each week. And then as far as like social media goes, I've been working on this. I'm on this app, Insight Timer, and I created a group on there called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. And it's just a group for positive affirmations, uplifting messages, loving messages. You know, there's a whole treasure trove in there, Leo. But, you know, and I said, you know, when you join, you know, just drop the same, you know, do any sort of messages like that, Leo. And then as it grows, you know, want to definitely do some like I'm still deciding if it's going to be with the High Priestess or the Queen of Cups, or we're doing like Void of Course with the Queen of Cups or something along those lines. Just a little meditation thing. So just something to think about, Leo. And then lastly, considering you got the Queen of Cups here, and you know what? Maybe this person. Oh wow, and wow, sorry, that just dawned on me too. You got 2 of the hottest tickets to come on over to my channel, The Chariot and Friends. Because, but Leo, it's for if you have any Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, you know, wherever, Leo. Come on over. We talk about the Chariot, Queen of Cups, whenever they pop up. Lunar shenanigans. I do videos Monday through Friday there. And who knows, you know, maybe you might be running into a Cancer. And what better way to learn how we tick? But all that housekeeping, Leo, down in the description box below. But let me get you some prize cards here so I can get you out of here. Interesting. 5 of Swords. And Leo, with this 5 of Swords, let me get while I'm getting your Oracle card. You know, try not to get stuck in your head with this time. You know, we might be thinking, you know, if this is a love thing, we might be thinking, oh, there's like, might be all this competition. But I mean, of course, there's like how many people on the planet, but how many people have spoken to this person? That's the thing, you know, boldness, you know, be courageous, Leo, you know, that really says a lot. And, okay, hold up, Leo. But let's see what else we got here. Yeah, absolutely. Because you also got the Perception card as your Oracle card. And this situation, you know, whether it comes to, because like more so when I'm thinking about the confidence thing, if it coming to whether we're talking with someone in love or if we're trying to do something that we love, maybe we're thinking about stepping into the limelight or something along those lines. It is a matter of perception. You know, how you view yourself is going to be important. You know, how you view what you're doing in general is important. You know, do you love what you're doing? You know, how do you view this thing? And if there's something that doesn't feel right, then let's adjust that. But also, Leo, just thinking with that claim to fame as well and celebrity, don't compare yourself, because sometimes I feel like we can think that if we're just now starting to think about this, let's say we wanted to create, I don't know, videos about, you know, maybe you're playing the guitar and you think like, oh my gosh, there's already a million guitarists. But the nice thing is there's a million interpretations and your flavor might just be a million other people's jam. You just never know. It's like, how do you bring that uniqueness to the table? How do you bring that? How do we change the perception of how the guitarist played, Leo? You know, maybe you're doing it handstanding or maybe you're doing it blindfolded. I don't know, Leo. Work your magic, but don't think that you can't do these things, okay? All right, I think I'm gonna leave that there, Leo. So you stay safe out there, and you really, with this energy, seriously, raise your vibration through the roof, because I love all this love and stuff. And then don't be, you know, spread that love around, Leo. You know, so let that, especially for those in your soul tribe, let them feel that sunshine. And I will catch you on the next one. Later.